Once in a quiet village, there lived a young girl named Sarah and her mother, Lila. Sarah was a bright and lively, but she often struggled to control her emotions. Whenever something upset her, whether it was a disagreement with a friend or a challenge at school, she would react with frustration or even anger. Layla, her mother, saw this and decided it was time to teach her how to handle her emotions better. One afternoon, after Sarah had a particularly hard day at school, she stormed into the house, slamming the door behind her. Lila, sensing her daughter's frustration, calmly walked into the room. "Sarah," she said gently, "I see you're upset. Would you like to talk about it?" Sarah crossed her arms and shook her head. "I don't want to talk. I'm just so angry. Why do things always go wrong? I understand that you're upset, but I want to show you something. Come with me." Layla led Sarah to the garden outside, where a small pond glistened in the afternoon sun. Layla pointed to the water, which was calm and still. "Look at the pond," Layla said. "See how calm and peaceful the water looks?" Sarah nodded, but she was still irritated. "Yeah, so what?" Layla smiled and took a deep breath, then tossed a small stone into the pond. Instantly, ripples spread across the water, disturbing its calm surface. "Now, watch," Layla said. "When something small disturbs the calm water, it spreads out and makes a mess of things. Just like when you get upset, your emotions can spread and make everything feel chaotic." Sarah watched as the ripples slowly faded and the water began to calm again. "But notice how the water eventually returns to calm," Lila continued. "Just like this pond, your emotions can settle down too, but it takes a moment of patience." Sarah looked at her mother, starting to understand. "You see," Lila explained, "emotions are like those ripples. They can feel big and overwhelming in the moment, but if you take a step back and breathe, you can regain your calm. The key is to pause before reacting, just like we watch the pond settle down." Sarah thought for a moment. "So when I get mad, I should stop and breathe?" Layla nodded. "Exactly. When you feel that storm of emotions rising inside you, take a deep breath, count to 5, and give yourself a moment to think. Instead of letting your emotions control you, you'll be able to control them and respond more calmly." Sarah smiled, feeling a sense of clarity. "I'll try that next time I feel angry or upset." From that day forward, whenever Sarah felt her emotions rising, she would pause and take a deep breath, remembering the lesson from the pond. Slowly, she learned to control her emotions, and over time, she found that she felt much calmer and happier. Moral of the story: when emotions feel overwhelming, taking a moment to pause and breathe can help regain calmness. By learning to control our reactions, we can respond with patience and understanding instead of being swept away by our emotions.